Right, welcome back to more knowledge, and this one is about a chord, what to use in the day with the mitt, right? The mitt, because these are the Mitford sisters. They're very famous, they were like in the 60s I think, and sort of like upper class society people and all this, and a few of them were very famous, always in the news and what have you, right? And interestingly, one of them's called Six, right? 6 of them for the hex. There's one called Die, and one called Unity, right? So you know what I mean? It's like a bit of a bit of trans idea there, right? But you see here, right? You might be upset with Kardashian Jenners now, but you lived in the early to mid 1900s, so these are like equivalent of these Jenners, and obviously you know who the Jenner is and not what the Jenner's all about. I mean, they're all transes, but obviously the Bruce Jenner one's a very famous trans, right? Triple trans, and that as as we know, it's not like just the one, but 6 sisters who captured the male strum, see the male, so putting in chords again, right? The Mitford sisters. It must be because one of them was married to a Nazi or something. Yeah, something like that. No, what was it? Kind of trans, like, don't they? They're quite masculine, like. But, that's something to do with, what was it? Oswald Mosley, who was the British Nazi party or something like that. One of them was married to Oswald Mosley, who was the leader of the British fascist party or something in the 30s or something. Unity Mitford. The public political divisions between communism and fascism, so obviously there's not much difference really between communism and fascism. It's all hex from the upper class hex brigade, so there's not, whichever way you're going, it's the all hex type of thing, right? So obviously if they were involved in all political garbage, hex sisters, weren't they? 6 hex sisters, right? And there you go, the Duchess, the fascist, the communist, the Nazi, and the novelist. But the chord in it, right? Obviously the free man, right? But the chord in the mitt. See, simple as that. Transmit, right? And the reason I thought of this one is because someone was talking about transmitting chords. We're talking about how to transmit chord in in the day, you know what I mean? To transmit chord in media stuff and books and everything today, basically the transmit chord, right? So obviously and there's the transmit, the Mitford sisters, right? And obviously you've got transmitter and stuff like that. But it's as simple as that, right? Simple as that, the chord. Of course other names like, Ronometer, transmitter, see, transmitter. Yeah, UBA or FBA. Of course part of the Cambridge and Oxford Club. Same as the Mitford sisters, see, funny that, like, innit? This, one's from India and others are like from upper class Britain, but they all come with the same Oxford and Cambridge background, see. course, stick a T in front of that. Rana, stick a T in front. Francois Mitterrand, former president of France, transmitter. End on. They're similar to pass on. You pass on a secret message, right? Pass on. Of course, we know the relevance of the pass in the sort of transgender ideas, right? And also the Masonic ideas of the pass. The pass grip and all that, right? But this one here, the transfer, right, is basically the same code, right? Transfer. So you got the fur, right? So obviously the Ferguson, Ferguson, transfer. Ferguson. Of course, Sarah Ferguson. Massey Ferguson. So there you go, what that's about. The mass. The Royal Lodge. Over there, Prince Andrew and Ferguson. Windsor Great Park Royal Lodge. In the Royal Lodge. Not say what Jungle Surfer always says, that there's always a Ferguson and a Hamilton about, in these type of hexes, what you see in that. There's always a Ferguson and a Hamilton. Of course, now that the Ham is the James idea, right? But the meaning of Ferrer is ironsmith. And like a blacksmith idea, so the same as the two-bar cane, basically, right? Transfer. David Ferrer was Mel Ferrer, who was Richard Hoosier Ferrer, who was in the one about Toulouse-Lautrec or something. That was a famous one. Richard Ferrer and Jordan. Of course, the Transjordan. The Ferrer's coat of arms. Hoosier Ferrer. Syntron. There's that Tron idea, what you often see. Trons, basically. Transfer. In the Ferdinand, and you had a few footballers called Ferdinand. So obviously some of put a ball. You had quite a few footballers called Ferdinand. Rio Ferdinand and Les Ferdinand and all that, Franz Ferdinand. And that way, I think that was the one that sparked off World War I or something, wasn't it? So there you go, and it's like really the heart of the hoax or hex type of thing, right? The Franz Ferdinand. Salva Fernando, Trans Fernando. Apparently this one came out 76.